up, folks? Well, as you can see, I'm back here at the Beaver Creek, and in front of me, I'm sure you remember what it looks like. I have that big pipe in front of me here, and but I'm back trying to hook up this. I have my pin, rod, and reel here with a little crawfish on it. We'll try that maybe, but I also have this little setup I've been wanting to try. It's a little Dock Demon with a little Zebco reel on it. Now, this did have like a little spin reel on it, and I didn't like it. But I got this. Actually, I got this out of the trash. Somebody threw it away. It was on another pole that matched it, but it looks pretty good. But we're gonna try it out. I got some worms here. We'll try these out. Some little red worms, small. I have a feeling that anything that is here is probably going to be small. But then again, you never know. I've seen some pretty large bass caught out of some small creek with such, things like this, the crawfish, or stuff that would be in creeks, small creek chubs on a popping fork, or a little bobber, something like that. Something that would already be in the creek. It's going to be something that would be good to fish with. So if you're looking to try any creek fishing yourself, any kind of small lures, rooster tails work pretty good. I have my favorite colors. You might have yours. But other than that, yeah, you definitely want to use things that are natural through the creek, maybe bugs that might float on top of the water. Things such as that, but we're gonna I'm gonna get this stuff rigged up, and then we're gonna give it a go. On my little popping cork here, I have just sometimes in the creek I like to use just some kind of a pink jig head to just a color, just something bright, might catch their attention. And then I'll show you how I rig the worm on here. Sometimes when I'm fishing, I like to rig it like this. So I just run the worm up the hook, kind of slide it up the jig head a little bit, so he can wiggle his tail around. I don't want to ball him up on the hook and then, wrap it around and hook it again and wrap it around and hook it again. That's not very natural. It's just a balled up. I want him to kind of flail around in a little bit, and just for the sake of seeing if there's anything here, I am going to use a whole worm. Sometimes I'll use smaller worms, but just to see if anything actually comes out and pecks at it, I'm going to try the smaller worm first. Actually might be a good sign. We had a bite right off of the rip, and he took the tail just like that. Took the tail right after the flailing part. You see, they like it. We got us a little guy here. Check him out.
This little bluegill. Small little guy here. It almost looks like a little small green sunfish, actually. Or yellow-breasted sunfish, whatever. There's tons of them. Tons of little sunfish. I forget all the different names. I usually just call them brim. But he does look like he could be a small, maybe a small, very light colored, because he's very thick. He has a thick body. Usually typical of a green sunfish, but they're usually small green sunfish. They don't usually get pretty big. They make pretty good catfish bait. But that is that's a pretty good sign here. We got some fish. So we got the skunk off the board, so that's good. But he actually didn't get our worm completely, so he's still got the worm, still got a wiggling tail, same worm. And we'll try that again. Got away with a worm. A little close. Not much different than the last one. Small little guy here. As you can see. Yeah. And again, left our worm on there for us. We'll try to use it again. Okay, I've moved over here down a little bit just because it gives me a better field of vision and I can see a little bit better. And we're going to try it out over here. Now that I am over here though and I can see just a little bit better, it does get pretty deep right here. So this should be pretty fun. Oh. And the small ones. Oh, it's quick. Get it. Turn on, you little bugger. Oh, I think they picked me clean. Maybe not. There is a gob of them right here. See if I get this jig head on the way in.
they're after. Oh, it's pandemonium. Oh. Small feller. Really small. They're probably maybe like this. Like that, maybe. There's a whole school of them. Maybe 50. Here. We'll see if I can get a shot of them. Not sure if you can see them down there. There's some. There's quite a bit more down there. They're not very big. Alright folks, I think I've had enough of the bobber fishing. I want to try out this little crawfish that I've got rigged up weedless on 15-pound test fluorocarbon leader. That's actually, it's like a wound on leader. I have it about maybe 8 feet long, and then I have it tied onto my main line, which is 15-pound test braid, and I have it tied on with an FG knot. It's very clean, smooth knot, good for casting. And I got it on, I have that on my Penn Pursuit 3 LE. It's kind of a light action rod. But let's give this crawfish a little try and see what happens. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I've been itching to try and get this crawfish. I want to see if it'll go down in that pipe. The pipe's maybe 20 feet long, and it goes down, and at the bottom of it, it's maybe 5 feet to 6 feet deep. And I want to see if there's a little bit of current coming out right here. I want to see if it's enough to push this crawfish down that pipe, and maybe see if there's something down in there. Try it. He might back out of the pipe. Oh. Here we go. Alright, there we go. Feel like it's going. Oh, it came right back out. I don't think there's any. It actually looked kind of like it might be filled with sand. Yeah. It's what I thought. The pipe's filled with sand. Well, folks, I think I'm done fishing here. Much like I thought, there was not much here but little small brim. I think they're kind of green sunfish is what they look like. They could be something else. If you know what they are, you could leave that down in the comments below. But anyways, thank you for tuning in and watching me come here and fish. I appreciate you watching if you are. And just remember, folks, get out in nature, have a good time, life's a blast. Everything can be magical with the right mindset. And remember, keep squatching.